Man, right quick, I just really want just something really bothering me, man. I really see that, people's eyes is not open. America is just like a big old McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that what they're consuming is bullshit, but they don't want to hear it. You can't walk in McDonald's while people are eating and tell them that they're eating bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the same thing with the church. I mean, it's the same concept all around. It's just like a McDonald's concept. People are consuming bullshit and forbidden fruit daily, and they don't want to hear when you expose the bullshit they're on, and when you snatch the covers off them. You know what I'm saying? And this video is dedicated to, all the so-called religious people, because right now, man, mainly we're in this predicament because of the so-called religious people and those who call themselves Christians, and those blasphemous people, blasphemous individuals who, speak down on and protest, and those who, come against those like sister, the mighty Mystic Rose, my girl Mystic Rose, and so many other gods and goddesses across the planet, what I'm saying, that are rising at this time. What I'm saying? Just I really need people to really, really understand, man, that Christ said, Christ said in the Bible, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." Okay, but your churches, and your educational systems, mainly in particular, your colleges, are implementing an institutionalized lack of knowledge. To keep you coming back, to keep you giving money, to keep you tithing and giving money, got you thinking that God needs your money, got you thinking that God needs money and needs something from you, needs material. And it's so interesting, because the way that they use tithing as a punchline in church. Look, man, I grew up in the church. I've been going to church before, and see the real thing that really interests me, the real thing that y'all need to overstand, that everyone needs to overstand, especially people of other ethnicities that call themselves Christians now, is, black people in America are the original Christians. And I'm not saying this on no kind of superior complex level, but we are the first ones who had the enslavement complex, and the whole brainwashing mechanism of religion and Christianity imposed upon us first. So when you have those like Prophet Williams and Mystic Rose, and so many other brothers and sisters across black history, if you really do your homework, you know when you really do your homework, and you see that how many of us have, you know exposed Christianity for the brainwashing, slave holding technique that it really was originally. And when you watch movies like 12 Years a Slave, dude, that's why they gave you 12 Years a Slave. And in 12 Years a Slave, they showed you, soon as they found out that dude could read and write, when they found out that the slave could read and write, they found him, and he said that the devil done come among my people. Just letting you know, in 12 Years a Slave, that an intelligent black man is the devil to them. So many things. And just how, all of you are like, why did Christ die? Why did Christ get hung on the cross? Don't say for our sins, to save the world from our sins. That's some elementary shit. That's some elementary shit. No, it was because it was calling out the government. He was calling out the spiritual wickedness in high places, all the way from the government political structure to the religious structure. And he was calling out the Catholic priests raping little boys and girls and all that shit. You understand? That's what Christ was doing. But yet, right here you have, Prophet Williams and Mystic Rose, and you got all these brothers and sisters laying it down, doing the same exact thing, and you're outcasting them, and you're totally how could you say it? You're totally persecuting us, totally persecuting these people. So it's a very antichrist, a very antichrist thing going on the from the from the Catholic sector all the way down to your local Baptist, Methodist, Episcopal sectors, whatever, your black churches, whatever, dog. It's totally antichrist. It's antichrist by nature because of the way that they're institutionalizing this ignorance. Is institutionalized ignorance, you know, just to keep you coming back, just so you'll never go nowhere, you know. And man, I really just need people to really just dog. It's crazy. How don't you see that? How don't you understand that? How don't you get that? You know, man, it's really something. It's really something when you peep it. It's really something when you peep it. And another thing is that's how you know. That's how you know that it was bred in violence. That's how you know that it was bred in violence because Christians' number one reaction when to hearing stuff like this and hearing this information is getting mad and wanting to be, violent about it and wanting to, what I'm saying. So that lets you know that you are already in a war path, a war path religion, a war driven religion, in something that was, you know, um, ultimately bred in bloodshed. You know what I'm saying? And so, dog, like, man, once you really understand and wake up to these things, this is who we are. We are the ones who have come to completely snatch the covers off of humanity and expose, those who are still asleep, man. That's what it's about. We in the business of pulling covers off of people, man. Pulling the because I'm not nice. I can't, I can't tug on you and say wake up. People don't wake up like that, man. You gotta snatch the people. You gotta snatch the cover off them. You gotta get ready for work, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause and some of y'all may not get that metaphor, but I really don't care. I really don't care. You know, and just my last thing, man, just this whole Ray Rice shit they got going on, straight up bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's obvious that America don't give a goddamn about women or the children. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, if the video didn't come out, then they wouldn't even gave a damn about that shit. They say Ray Rice already told them. The video had got dropped off at the NFL headquarters, and Goodell talking about he didn't know nothing about that shit. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Look, the bottom line is this is about the NFL. Shit ain't about no goddamn women. They got several other players who are still practicing, and playing, and they didn't had domestic disputes. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason why they ain't worried about it is because that shit went on no video or whatever, and they could proceed and they can make up in their mind however they wanted to make it up to be, just like they did Ray Rice, as long as there ain't no video to really solidify how bad the shit really was. Because you got this cat from San Francisco, then goddamn, then got into it with his wife, then got into it with his baby mama or whatever, and she pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Domestic dispute, and she pregnant, but yet he's still playing. You know what I'm saying? You got old dude from Carolina Panthers, Hardy. Number 76 or something like that. Last name Hardy had domestic dispute with his girl. Got guns and shit out. But he's still playing. You know, but Ray Rice gone, Ray Rice get completely hacked. He get completely hacked because the video's out. It's just the hypocrisy, and mainly the hypocrisy because, man, America don't give a damn about the women or the kids, man. Just a few months back you had the one white dude who raped his daughter or his stepdaughter, and the judge gave him probation. The judge gave him probation, claiming that he wasn't gonna fare well in jail. Now, what kind of bullshit is that? He's not going to fare well in jail. Who the fuck fares well in jail? Do you hear that shit? Who fares well in jail? So what is that saying about all these black men that you send in jail? That means, they fare well in jail? See, what kind of bullshit is that? That he won't fare well in jail. See, that's just some old sick bullshit. But it's just like how these popes and these bishops and these priests are raping these little boys and girls, and you don't never hear about them going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They barely, you probably don't even hear about them losing the church like that. You don't even hear about them losing the church. And if they do lose the church, they ain't going nowhere. They probably just get demoted from fucking pope to bishop, from pope to priest. You know what I'm saying? But you don't never hear about them going to jail or none of that shit. You don't never hear nothing about nothing really getting taken from them. These police be beating people, raping, killing people, and all kind of shit. And they get vacation, man. You know what I'm saying? And they play all kind of fucking word games talking about paid administrative leave. No, that's vacation where I'm from, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But these the kind of word games y'all that y'all just don't understand, and y'all just completely blind to, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, why did Christ die? Why did Christ die? Man, y'all are funny. It ain't even funny, because this is why the world is